We are often told by CUNY administrators that they are with us in spirit, that they support our goals for expanded faculty hiring, for more robust student support, for fully staffed Puerto Rican Latino Studies and Africana Studies departments, for a larger cadre of scholars of color on campus, but that they just don't have the money, that the state hasn't given them the money. And yet, we haven't seen these very goals prioritized in their fundraising, either from foundations or alumni, nor in their publicized visions of their fundraising plans over the next few years. This, we are asking, is about putting your fundraising where your mouth is. In many ways, fundraising, both from foundations and alumni, reflect what an institution and its leaders see as their most urgent needs and their most important and innovative visions. We haven't yet seen a far-reaching, urgent fundraising campaign, both to further support current initiatives, like the Petrie Fund, one of my favorites, which gives students emergency funds when they hit hard times, and was expanded this spring to help students facing kind of economic emergencies related to the pandemic. We have so many students in need, and yet so many of my students reported delays in getting their Petrie funding, in tiny, tiny stipends, or in requirements that made them kind of ineligible. So one of the priorities has to be expanding that funding. Another priority has to be conceiving bigger needed initiatives to prioritize restoring pearls and Africana, both with state funding, but also in bringing in foundations to sort of endow chairs, to endow postdocs, to create a pipeline of young scholars of color on campus. A fantasy of mine, as I've sent many students over the past decade to PhD programs, would be to build postdocs or professorships on campus to bring our students back to teach at Brooklyn College after they've gotten their PhD. One of our students, Shahana Hanif, who graduated in 2014 and is now running for city council, talks about how she was able to succeed at Brooklyn College because of the support and resources she was able to access.
There was a time when the possibility of enrolling in college, let alone being in the Honors Academy at Brooklyn College, and now defunct Brooklyn Outreach for Science Careers program, also known as BOSC, seemed remote for me. During my senior year of high school, I was diagnosed with lupus, which left me temporarily immobile and physically disabled. During my time at Brooklyn College, I underwent 2 full hip replacements and chemotherapy. Without the support of the Center for Student Disability Services, the Women's Center, and I see Nava and Saofang are here, the Magna Career Center, countless student clubs dedicated to care for students and women of color, professors like Professors Namita Manohar, who I've seen on this call tonight, Rosamond King, Zinga Frazier, who are all here. It's so good to see you. I would not make it. My survival was tied to campus resources and targeted services, many of which at my time were at risk of disinvestment or have been disinvested.
With this in mind, we call on the administration to create a set of fundraising initiatives to support student anti-racist scholarship and public service, to extend student emergency support, and to establish postdoctoral positions and endowed chair positions in support of the Departments of Africana Studies and the Puerto Rican Latino Studies Department. We call on them to make this the key fundraising priority for the coming years for the Brooklyn College Foundation. We must keep pushing the state to step up, but we also must put forward and implement a far-reaching, urgent, and innovative fundraising campaign directed both at foundations and at alumni to support student and faculty needs. Thank you.